All right, here we go. All right, so what y'all have to do first on number 6, we've got to change 7 pi over 12 and make it a degree. So we're going to multiply by 180 over pi. All right, when you guys do that, what does it give you on the calculator, Schumann? This is number 6. When you multiply it, what did it give you?
It gave me like 105.
105. Did everybody get 105?
No, the end number's 210. So.
Okay, but 105 is what I needed. All right, next. Your half angle formulas. Hope, remember, it's the bottom 3 right here. I asked y'all to draw a line. Remember, write half angle on your paper. Copy the formula down for cosine. It's 1 plus cosine x over 2. All right, now here's the important part. Hannah, since this is half angle, what I like to think of it, 105 is only half of what I need to plug in. So how do I find the full amount? I double that. So if you double it, plug it in right here, it's going to be 210. So Willie, that's what you type in. Type that in your calculator. Let's see what we get. 2, which is 1 plus cosine 210 over 2 is, all right, the answer is 0.2588. All right, did I round up? No, 88 is good. All right, get an answer on 7 now and see what you get. Do it the same way. All right, we're good. All right, flip it over. Let's do 8, 9, and 10 for those who've been out. Now, if you guys are good, just keep working. Should have typed it in. Let me see how you typed it in. Typed it in wrong.
X, that's X, correct? That's Y. Oh, yeah. So whenever it's X, you know that's what, that's what.
Don't put a half. You got to put 1 minus cosine 30 on top over 2. You can't put a half.
No, that's what I got.
Oh, you must have plugged something in wrong. All right, let's go to number 8. All right, what we have to do, guys, they're giving us cosine x is 12 over 37. They're giving us sine of y is 15 over 17. All right, this is where y'all have to draw a triangle for both of them. You got to draw a triangle here. You got to draw a triangle here. And it says draw the triangles in the first quadrant. So everybody knows the first quadrant looks like this. So I want y'all to draw these at the top of your page right here. Yep. Willie, don't mess with it. Sit down. All right, Willie, what's my formula for cosine right here? Look at the board and give it to me.
That's my phone because it does that.
Cosine, Willie.
X over R.
All right, so look, 12 goes on the x-axis, 37 goes on the radius. So y'all got to put 12 here. You got to put 37 there. Willie, how do I find the missing side on my calculator?
And then 37 squared.
Yes, sir. 37 squared minus 12 squared. What'd y'all get? 35. So this side is 35. All right, let's do the other one over here.
You did minus?
I did 37 squared minus 12 squared. I did.
I plug it in.
All right, so Hannah, what's the formula off the board for sine? Good. So 15 goes on the y-axis, 17 goes on the radius. Nathan White, punch out your calculator for me. What's 17 squared minus 15 squared? Give me how long that sine is. Good. Nathan says 8. Everybody good on that? All right, now 7, 8, and 9 should be really easy. Sorry, 8, 9, and 10 should be really easy. Number 8 says sine of x. So, Jason, which triangle do I look at? The first one or the second one? It says sine of x. Hold on, x. There's your x. Remember, they're always in alphabetical order. X is going to be in the front, y is going to be in the back. So sine is y over r. Y'all got to do 35 over 37. Any question on 8? 9 says cosine of y. Ernesto, which triangle do I look at when it asks you cosine of y? Good. Cosine is,
8/17.
yep, 8/17. 10 says tangent of x. X means look at the first triangle. What's the fraction gonna be? Tangent. Yep, 35/12.
How do you get it to get from the?
All right, any question, hit the arrow button, bottom right hand.
That one takes it from the fractions of this.
And a decimal to a fraction, goes back and forth. All right, so Willie, we good on those first three? Those are easy. All right, let's quickly look at 11, and I'm gonna see if y'all can finish up. All right, 11 we did yesterday. It says cosine of x minus y. So what I had y'all do was copy the formula off the formula sheet. First step's find the formula. It's right here. It says cosine x, cosine y, plus sine of x, sine of y. So look, all we have to do is plug in the four fractions that we already have written down.
So all you gotta do,
All right, so Willie, what I plug in right here for cosine x,
cosine X is.
you can either look at
12
your,
or 37.
very
12
good.
or
All right, Willie, what I plug in for cosine y?
Cosine Y
You
is.
found that on number 9, Willie.
Number 9, 8/7, 17.
Okay, 8/17. Sine of x, Willie,
Sine of X is,
is number 8.
35 or 37. Okay. And the other
And
one is
sine of
15
Y.
over 17.
All right. So look, you just bring your fractions down. I don't care if y'all write this part down. I do want to see the fractions, Willie. Remember, you have to show me that step. Type it in your calculator. Let's see what you get. 12/37.
So hang on, 12. 7.
So for tangent y, you gotta change it.
All right, this is what I got. 621/629. Check it for me. Alan says I'm right. So if you missed it, maybe you put a minus right there. I don't know. The formula's got a plus right there.
This is 11?
This is 11. Cosine of x minus y. I wrote the formula. All right, so you got to show me these four fractions and show me your answer. So y'all gonna do number 12 the
I got a
exact
big
same
one.
way.
I got a big one number. I got the same number as you.
So I take the tangent to x formula and I just change the x and make it a y. All right, so that's what we got, right? So tangent of y, you look at the second triangle. Somebody said it was 15/8. Is that right? I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put 15/8 there, and I put it on the bottom, but when I put it on the bottom, I got to square it. So it's 1 minus 15/8 squared. That's how I typed it in to get my answer.
What?
That's how I typed it in, Willie.
I'm doing mine wrong.
Do you put tangent in it?
No, remember, you just put the fractions only on the whole back. You don't put any words in your calculator, sine, cosine, or tangent.
Okay, that's my fault. I'll put
Why? Because the fraction for tangent of y, it gives you an answer for tangent of y. So you can just put the whole fraction in there. All right, so the answer I got is right here. I got negative 240/161. Tangent says put your opposite on top, opposite's little a, put your adjacent on bottom, which is 12. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You could have done cosine, and you'll get something similar. Now, you guys remember, because y'all kept forgetting, how do I solve this?
Dividing by 12.
Instead of dividing by 12,
Times.
move it over and times by 12. Good.
So it'd be 12
So I
times
got tangent 19 times 12
tangent.
times 12 equals. I got 4.1. Now, where does that go?
Okay.
4.1 goes for A. All right, now, on these problems,
A squared.
can I do a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Yes.
Yes, because it is a right triangle. So on the first three on your test, they'll be right triangles. You will be able to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared on that.
160.
If a was on bottom, we'll do the next one like that. Deal? Okay. All right, but what you would do if it was on bottom, if it was 10, 19 equals 12/8, you would swap these two, do 12 divided by 10, 19.
12.6.
All right, Willie's got 12.6. Is that good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so y'all do number 2, just like we did number 1.
You do 4.1 squared times.
4.1 squared plus 12 squared equals, and then find the square root of that. All right, let's do number 3. All right, look at number 3, guys. It's different. How is it different? Well, I can't do my left column because I can't do the angles. I don't have enough. So, Hannah, we got to do the right column first. So we can go ahead and do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Go ahead and do that. Willie, while you're up, silence your phone, please.
I'm not the only trying to do. I don't know what it is that's doing that.
So I got 34 squared plus 50 squared equals, and I'm going to find the square root of that. All right, somebody get me a number. Who's got side C? What y'all got?
You gotta change that.
I got what Nathan's got, 60.5. 60.46, I rounded up. All right, Vanessa, we good. Elliot, we good. Yep.
I think I did something wrong.
Which number? Okay. 34 squared plus 50 squared.
No,
Is
I
that?
mean, on two.
I'm not on 2 right now. Let's see. Yeah, you did. I think that should. But it's okay. We'll come back to that later. Let's finish 3. All right. So now, what can we do now? So now, since I've got all 3 of my sides, I know this one's opposite, this one's adjacent, and this one's hypotenuse. I've got all my sides, so I can use any formula I want to. I'm going to pick sine. Sine of capital A equals. Now, what goes on top and what goes on bottom? Well, it says put your opposite on top and your hypotenuse on bottom. So opposite's 34, hypotenuse is 60.5. All right, Chen Schumann, what do I have to do special on this one before I can find my answer?
Second that one.
Yeah, y'all got to move sine over, so we do sine -1, 34 over 60.5.
I did. I got
And anytime you do sine -1, you gotta do degrees and minutes. I got 34 degrees and 12 minutes. All right, so now y'all subtract from 180.
I got 11 minutes.
Find that one.
You can look at mine.
It's okay, but you should have rounded up to 12. So you guys do that one. Y'all should be able to do 4 and 5 without me. I'll help you on 6.
There's a 3, so you can't round it up.
Willie, it's okay, buddy. Put 11.
You got 25 for your hypotenuse,
You can't round
12 for your bottom.
How do you get that? You add it, let me do.
Is it opposite or adjacent? It's adjacent. Hypotenuse on 6. Adjacent.
Side would be the ladder. It's got to be the hypotenuse. That's the only side that's leaning. All right. So that the base of the ladder is 12 feet from the base of the building. All you got to see is the word base, Ernesto. When you see base, that means bottom. What angle does the ladder make with the ground? We're always going to use this bottom angle, the one that's not the 90 degrees. So we got adjacent and hypotenuse is correct. Jason, which is which formula? Cosine. That's the only one that will work. So I got cosine of x equals adjacent on top, hypotenuse on bottom. Now, how do I solve it?
Cosine -1.
And anytime you do cosine -1, you gotta do degrees and minutes. All right, go. I should be calling that inverse cosine, but it's just easier to say cosine -1.
61 degrees.
61, 19. 61 degrees, 19 minutes. If you leave it 18 minutes, I'll give you credit. But you should recognize that that's one you should round up. All right, that's 6. Let's try 7 now. Draw your triangle. See if you can label it.
Did you get a square?
All right, let's read it. Number 7 says, a train in the mountain rises 55 feet. Where do I put 55 if it says rises?
Oh,
I got the same thing.
Up and down. All right, next.
Still got 25.
For every 1,000 feet it moves on the track. Good, Jason. The track's always on the ground.
Jason opposite.
40 times sine.
All right, I got adjacent and opposite. So which
Sine
formula?
90.
Good. Y'all use tangent, opposite over adjacent.
I'll just divide by 9.
All right, that's 1,000, not 100. Make sure y'all do degrees and minutes on that one. All right, draw number 8. See if you can do it. All right, let's read
You
80.
gotta compare it to A.
Tom is on top of a 380-foot cliff. Which side does 380 go? 380 is your height to the cliff. Good. The angle of depression of a boat. Now, guys, we've already talked about this. If it says angle of depression or angle of elevation, it's always this angle right here. So we're going to say that's 18 degrees, 30 minutes.
What do you do from here, bro?
All right, it says how far is the boat from the base of the cliff. When it says base, that's bottom. All right, so Jason, which sides are they giving us? So we got to use tangent. So I got tangent of 18 degrees, 30 minutes equals 380 over x. So now what do we do here to find our answer? Nope. X is on the bottom. I'm going to move x over here, and I'm going to replace it by moving tangent of 18 degrees, 30 minutes on the bottom. Guys, it's the same as cross multiplying. I'm just letting y'all do the shortcut. So 380 over the tangent of 18 degrees, 30 minutes.
Don't make it to the decimal.
Let's type it in. Let's see what we get. 380 over
Did you set it up like this?
tangent of 18 degrees, 30 minutes.
I don't know if their time is the same night, but you.
1,135.7 feet. All right, try 9. 9 is the most missed problem on the test every year. All right, in the parking garage, each level's 30 feet apart. Where's 30 go? That's your height. Good. Do I need to explain that to anybody? We've talked about that several times. Each ramp is 350 feet long. 350 foot is the ramp. Now look, you use the ramp to go from the bottom floor to the second floor. So 350's got to be right there. It's your hypotenuse. Find the measure of the angle of elevation. So I got opposite and hypotenuse. So we got to use sine. Sine of x is opposite over hypotenuse.
I got 4.9.
All right, let's type it in. Sine -1. 30 over 350, do degrees in minutes. 4 degrees, 55 minutes. Remember, if it's an angle, Jason, you got to put degrees in minutes. I'm going to mark off like 2 points. All right, so the last 4 is what we've been doing the last couple of days. I'm going to show you 10 and 12. Let y'all do 11 and 13. All right, here's number 10. Let's start plugging in what they give us.
9.4.
All right, angle A is 61 degrees. Y'all write that one in. Angle B is 33 degrees. Side A is 10. So, Willie, first step, how do I find angle C?
Subtract from 180.
All right, so I got 180 minus 33 minus 61 is 86. 86 degrees. All right, so how come we can't use these formulas here anymore? This is not a right triangle. So when it's not a right triangle, you have to use the law of sines. I'll make sure I write it on the test right. It's on here. So where do I start? We just did this yesterday and Monday. Where do I start when I have to do law of sines? On the one that's got both answers. So we have to start with A. So I put 10 over sine of 61 equals. So we'll have to put little b on top over sine of 33. So now we cross multiply and divide, Willie. I start off multiplying these two first. Sine of 33 times 10. Sine of 33 times 10 equals. Now, Willie, I come back and I divide it by whatever's on the diagonal with the b. So I got to divide it by sine of 61. Divide by sine of 61 is 6.2. Where does that go? B, 6.2. All right, now, can I do a squared plus b squared equals c squared? No, because it's not a right triangle. I got to do this again. So the best way to do it, start with whatever you started with the first time. Let's bring down 10 over sine of 61.
Over 86.
Over, Willie, that's going to be little c on top over sine of 86. Cross multiply and divide it, Willie, and tell me what you get. Y'all don't shout it out. Let's see if Willie can do it. Sine of 86. Willie, you got an answer yet?
11.4.
That's what I got. All right, so 10 and 11, you do them the same way. That's what you do on 10 and 11. All right, let's go to 12, and then I can sit down and let y'all finish this up. All right, let's start writing down what they're giving us on 12. Okay, this time we got to look at the triangle. So Willie, look at number 12, look at the triangle. Where does 93 degrees get plugged in at?
B.
All right, look at it right here, Willie. It says it's an angle C, so I got to put 93 degrees right there.
C.
All right, where does 7 go, Willie? Look at your triangle. Is it going to go on side A, B, or C?
A.
How do you know?
Because it's across the name.
Very good. 7's got to go here. Willie, where does 12 go?
Ain't no way about
Very good.
What?
Anybody got a question about that? Hope, Hannah, we're good on that? Okay. So now from here, the only place I can start is with C. I got to do 12 over sine of 93 equals. I've got to do little 7 on top over sine of angle A. All right, now this one's going to have an extra step, Willie, because we're finding sine of angle A. We got to do an extra step, but you cross multiply the same way. Times these two first and hit equals.
All you do is take 180.
Yeah, I didn't subtract the both.
Sine of
I
93
know how to do it. I just didn't
times
subtract.
7.
I know
All right,
you're
now Willie,
right.
when you come back and divide, don't worry about the sign. It's with the A. Just divide by 12. All right, so I've got sine of angle A equals 0.5825.
All I do is sign A.
Write that down.
Sign A of 1.
Oh,
There you go.
Sign A of 1.
I wrote it down right up under my
A.
fractions. Now, Ariana, what's the last step going to be? Because I got to move my sign over.
Do you have degree minutes on this?
Sine -1. Anytime you do sine -1, yes. Crap. All right. No, not supposed to. You guys want to go right out here? Y'all stay in the group. Leave everything in here. Probably long enough.